Hey there. Today I want to continue our conversation about laying a strong foundation. Last week we started talking about different things that are foundational to our well-being, foundation foundational to our quest for joy and peace and success, whatever that might look like to us personally. And last week we focused on core values. So today I want to focus on creating a board of director for our lives and how this is a key component to building a strong foundation. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lee Howell. I am a family physician. I am a mom to 3 crazy teenage boys and your anti-do-it-all life coach. So you may be thinking why laying a strong foundation for ourselves is important. Friends, we know that the winds of life are going to come and threaten to blow our walls down. It is our foundation that holds us upright in those trials and tribulations that we know that we're going to experience. And you're right if you're thinking that it is so much easier to work on things external to ourselves. The next promotion, the next big job, losing those 20 pounds, signing our kids up for the next after-school activity. However, when we look external to ourselves for happiness and validation and success, the only thing that will definitely happen is that we will never actually find true happiness and success. So I know I lost a lot of you right there. I know this is going to be a little bit of a tough conversation, a little bit of tough love, but let's break it down into simpler terms so that it doesn't seem quite so overwhelming. So last week I ended our conversation talking about something that I call the board of directors. We all can understand what that means in regards to organizations, but what does that really look like when it comes to our lives? It's really hard work to shore up our own foundations by ourselves in a silo. Sometimes it's nice to have a friend or mentor, coach to hold you accountable or lovingly point out when you're making questionable choices that they know are not in alignment with who you say that you are or what you are ultimately trying to accomplish. This is where your board of directors comes in. This core group of people can help you gain clarity around your strengths. They can encourage you to use your God-given strengths and talents in order to fully live into the purpose for which God created you. Anais Nin once said, "We don't see things the way that they are. We see things the way that we are." I may have butchered that quote a little bit, but the idea is we need others to help us have perspective so that we can really lean in and live into that best version of ourselves. So who do you need on your board of directors? You need some version of this: a coach, a peer, a mentor, and a champion. Now, a single person can fill a couple of these positions, but the goal would be to establish connections with several different people who you feel that you can trust to fill these positions. So the coach and the mentor need to be a person or people who are a few steps ahead of you in the current season of your life. So for example, a mentor in my life may be a spiritual mentor who is further along in their spiritual journey. Or a mentor in my life as a physician would be maybe an older physician who can offer experience and perspective. A coach in my life may be my own life coach, or a business coach who can guide me through being the best entrepreneur that I can be. When we think about peers, it needs to be someone, whom you can be your complete authentic self and be vulnerable. However, You want this person to be able to give you positive feedback, even if it's a little bit of tough love. So, I can think about my mom and dad. I know that I can be completely myself, I can be vulnerable. However, I'm not sure that they would always give me feedback. They are more of the champion, the you can do it, the encourager. I'm not sure that they can give me the feedback that I would need to make some changes. So your champion is someone who will always offer encouragement, even when things seem completely impossible. This person helps you to dream big, and they're the one that is at the finish line when that dream comes true. This is also the person who's there when you just completely crash and burn and helps you pick up the pieces. So, a couple words of caution. Don't expect one person, say your best friend, to fill every spot in your board of directors. It's not really fair to them, and it's not really fair to you. Another kind of side note, I totally recognize that connecting with others like this, asking them to be part of your board of directors, seems really scary. It is scary. It requires us to be vulnerable. It requires us to connect with others on a deeper level. This can be the greatest thing in life, but it also leaves us open to be hurt and disappointed. I know that. And honestly, I don't have a magic wand for that. However, I still want to invite you to come into this process and keep in mind that most people really want to help us. And honestly, you may be just the person that they need on their board of directors. So you being authentic and you being vulnerable may help them to do the same. As a family physician and as a life coach, I do not take it for granted that I get the privilege of being part of my patients and my clients' board of directors. If this is something that you are currently struggling with, please reach out. Send me a DM. I am here to guide you and offer any advice that I can. Okay, I'm going to pause the conversation here. I want to continue our conversation on laying a strong foundation next week as we explore how our connections, our relationships, are key components to our foundation. I'll see you there.